What do you want to bring to Western? That's real open to you.
Sure. Yeah. No. Well, first of all, I think that Western's got a lot of great stuff that's already gotten started here. There's a lot of good stuff. There's momentum. They've raised admission standards. There's been enrollment growth, and I'm very excited about Western's commitment to Western North Carolina. I mean, that's really part of its built-in mission, that it will serve the 17-county area of the Western state. And I think there are a lot of good things that have evolved from that over recent years. So I think there's a very good foundation that's been laid. This is not a North Carolina issue. This is a national issue. The universities across the nation are having to try to figure out, okay, here's where our missions are, and here's where our goals are. What can we do and what can't we do? And so I think what I'm hoping to do is to help bring the campus community together with the external community that our university serves, to look together to say, okay, what are our priorities going to be going forward in an economy that is not very strong? But we simply have to make some choices and make some decisions. But I've been involved a lot in my current university, working with doing this very thing, bringing the campus community and the external community together to look at strategic decisions about where the university will go going forward. And I feel like I can bring that here. That's something that I bring, some experience I bring in engaging all of the constituents in a sort of collective vision. I believe in a very collaborative, consultative management style. In the strategic planning processes that I've mentioned, and also in the budgeting processes that I've utilized in my current position in Arkansas, I have set up systems that really engage everybody in the decision-making processes. And if you talk to the people on my university, the chair of the faculty senate, I mean, you talk to this one, the one who was there before, the one who was there before, every one of them would tell you that I was very much into hearing what people had to say. And it's not just the faculty. Faculty are extremely important, but it's also finding ways to engage the staff and engage the students in the processes. I think a strong intercollegiate athletics program is a key part of campus life. I mean, it's really terrific, first and foremost, for the student athletes themselves. They learn teamwork, they learn discipline, they learn leadership skills. It's a part of their educational experience. For students who are already here, it's a key piece of their student life. It really helps to ground students in a place. And if you look at the national dialogue going on about higher education, one of the things that people are really concerned about is how many students actually persist through to graduation. And part of the research indicates that students who are grounded in student life at a place tend to graduate at higher rates. So that's important. A third area is prospective students. You want to draw students to a campus, have a successful athletic experience. You may have seen this about 5 weeks ago in the first round of the NCAAs when Morehead State beat Louisville in the first round. The next day, the admissions office got calls, I mean, like 3 times the normal. But I mean, it's amazing because it's good publicity. And then, you know, the athletics, like I would say the arts and other disciplines, are front door kinds of programs into the institution for people from the community. The football program has been struggling here in recent years, and I'm fully committed to working as hard as I can to do whatever I can to help that program turn around. I've been spending some time with the athletic people here at Western. They're committed to that program. We have a new assistant coach coming on staff this year. I know we've had a good recruiting season, so I'm very hopeful about it, and I want people to have a real confidence and be as proud of our intercollegiate athletics program as they are of many of the other great things going on here, like the Pride of the Mountains Marching Band, the Honors College, and so forth. We have some great athletic programs, but football is the one people want to see succeed, and I'm here to do whatever I can to make that happen.
One of the things that Chancellor Bardo cited as a reason for him stepping down now was transition in his leadership team, and I was wondering if you had thoughts about how you were going to construct a leadership team and how you're going to negotiate that transition.
I've got some, I will be coming into a leadership situation here with some really good people. There are already some really good people in place, but one of the just sort of sort of accidents of fate is there happen to be several openings simultaneously. And so what I anticipate is that we will be going through in the next couple of years some important national searches to bring in excellent people who fit with Western Carolina University, who are good, who bring expertise that will be value added to this institution at this moment in its history. And I think I'm not worried in any way. We've got a great team with which to work. And as we go forward, we'll be putting these searches, these national searches, in process so that we can come up with great leaders to succeed those who've gone before.
And I guess your performing arts background is a little bit unique in this type of position. How do you bring that to the table? How do you feel you're going to bring that to the table as a chancellor? And do you is that something you've emphasized in past positions? I know you're also on the board of some civic institutions that deal with performing arts.
Right. You know, it's my expertise that I bring to the table. Every single chancellor or president at a university brings something. It's going to be English here, physics here, psychology or political science here. Mine just happens to be music. When I'm in a position, I've been at a provost of a university that has all of the arts and sciences disciplines, and I've had a law school, a business college, education, engineering. You will find that some of my strongest supporters have been in engineering and in business. My job is to be the chancellor at this institution for all of the disciplines. So I don't favor one set over another. Of course I love music and I love the arts. I come out of that background. But and I think that they are very important to the life of a university. But I will not favor them. I mean, that's just not who I am. I'm responsible for an entire university. Personally, I don't perform a lot anymore. The last time I performed a big concert was about 1.5 years ago, and I had to get up at 4 in.the morning for 10 weeks in a row to be able to pull it off because of I played the Rachmaninoff Cello Sonata. I'm a pianist, but it's a fistful of notes for about 35 minutes.
You were accompanying a cellist?
Right, for the principal cellist of the Arkansas Symphony Orchestra. And Rachmaninoff himself was a pianist, and so it was really very much more about the piano. But the demand, my focus in my job has to be my work as an administrator, because that's what I've been hired to do. I find that I miss the piano, I miss performing, and occasionally my wife and I will do things like fundraisers for the university. And
You all perform together?
we have it at times, and we've done fundraisers before a couple times anyway, and I could see us doing that here. My wife performs when she can and in the venues that she has, and she wouldn't be averse to being involved a little bit in the performing arts area in Asheville, but she is our first charge at this moment. Our first focus is Western Carolina University, and nothing is going. We're not going to let anything that we do get in